Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Okay, hey there, guys. Welcome to another YGZ Taiwan video. Not in Taiwan. Again.
In London.
Yeah, in London. And today I've got one of my patrons with me. What's your name?
Scott.
So we've got Scott here today, and we met up. Scott's been a patron of mine for... How long have you been a patron?
I think over a year now. I can't remember exactly when, but over a year.
Yeah, roughly a year or just slightly over.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so today I met up with Scott here. We're in a place called Stratford in the East End of London. And we went to this really interesting place. Where the hell did we go? Do you even know what that thing's called? Because I have no idea.
No, it's like the Olympic Twisty Slide. Yeah, no idea what the official name is. Yeah.
Yeah, right. This is the Olympic area that for the 2012 Olympics. It was all built up to support everything. They got massive stadiums here. West Ham football team are here, and they got this really interesting thing. It looks like a massive sculpture. I think you described it as some like intestines or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's just twisted intestines on the body. It's all red.
It looks weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we went to the top of that, got some fantastic views of London, and they actually have a slide going down. Unfortunately, we decided not to do it because they wouldn't let us film it. But
I think Lewis was a bit scared as well, maybe.
hey man, you're not supposed to say that. Cut. Nah, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So that was interesting, man, and like thanks for joining me today. It was good fun.
No, good to meet you. Thanks to you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
But today I wanted to record this video because I'm curious. Like, you've been a patron of mine for over a year now. Like, why the hell did you decide to become a YGZ patron? I don't get it.
Why the hell? You're so shocked.
Yeah.
Putting yourself down on your own content.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You want to see stuff in Taiwan, but you know, it always shocks me to know that there are people out there who are willing to give me a little bit of money each month. You know, like I just can't believe it. Like I'm not Netflix. You know what I mean? I'm just some YouTube content creator.
Sure.
What made you decide to do that?
Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot of junk on Netflix, you know, so it's cheaper than Netflix. But yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I was like, I was learning more about Taiwan, like kind of living vicariously. Obviously, couldn't really go, like, due to the COVID situation. Yeah, I guess I was enjoying the content. Like, I knew you were new at the time and like working hard, so it was like, I don't know what it is, a couple of quid a month. It's like, it's good to give back. Like, by no means rich, but it's like, it's nice to give back to people you create, you know, so.
Yeah, I do appreciate it, man. I'm not telling you not to give me that, that Patreon money. That's cool, So, like, how on earth did you manage to find my channel? Because there's like about 1 million YouTubers in Taiwan at the moment.
Yeah, I think it was one of Serpenzade and Lawai's video. Maybe they're doing a podcast together. And they mentioned your channel, I gave a shout out. I can't remember exactly what it was on, maybe busting one of the shields. And so I was like, all right.
The guy over there, his name is Lewis. He lives in Taiwan, and he runs a little channel called CCP Shill Busters.
Yeah, I checked this out, and then, yeah, I guess it just spiraled from there. Maybe like the channel's still new, so like, I checked out your videos that you just moved. Obviously, I knew you're from the UK as well, so I was like, oh, what's it like for a Brit to go to Taiwan? And then, yeah, it just transpired from there.
Cool.
Became a subscriber.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you to Winston and Matt.
Yeah.
Are you a patron for other channels, or is it just my one? Do you give to any other YouTubers?
Not on YouTube, not for Patreon. Maybe like some podcasts, but like not like Taiwan related or YouTube. I think I've donated before to like the ADV, maybe on a live stream, but not like consistently. Yeah, so yeah, not too many on Patreon. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good. So I feel even more special now. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Right, so why are you interested in Taiwan, Scott? Like, why Taiwan?
Yeah, interesting question. So I guess like a lot of people grew up with like Japanese products, of like being a kind of a nerd, or like liking games or like anime. Obviously at the time as a kid you don't realize this stuff is Japanese, it's all translated and westernized. So anyway, I guess that was my first, before the pandemic, I wanted to go to Japan. And then, yeah, I can't even exactly say for sure like when or why. Obviously I'd heard of Taiwan, but didn't really know too much about it or the culture. Yeah. But yeah, I guess I started to meet like some Taiwanese people, or like I would hear it more in the media. like for various reasons, like good and bad, for maybe their nefarious next door neighbor.
Ooh,
But then I guess from knowing, like coming across channels like yours, like finding out more about it, and then I guess I was like reading more about the history, like just interested in the food, the language, the people. Yeah, so just went from there.
So it's kind of like you're rooting for the underdog, really.
I guess so. Yeah, it does feel like that.
Okay. So, where, if you were to move to Taiwan, like where would you go?
That's a good question.
Which city would you like to live in?
I guess because I haven't actually visited before, I don't know for sure. I mean, maybe it's like the obvious tourist answer, say like Taipei. I guess actually where I live now is like outside of London. So I've really lived in, I have lived in London before, like on the outskirts. But I guess it'd be like a culture shock of like being how busy it would be. But in terms of like exploring it, have like stuff to do. I guess it's tough to say at this point. I'd definitely like to visit, travel around more, and then maybe get a better idea.
Maybe go there for a holiday first and see what there is.
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, as soon as they can let us in, we'll do it with strict COVID rules.
We'll see.
It's been a long time. Feels like we've been waiting a long time. I'm sure we'll have to wait, I hope.
Are you planning to go to Taiwan?
Definitely to visit.
Okay, not to live?
Because I'm going to be 30 next year, I've looked into like short-term stay visa. I don't feel it. I guess it seems like an opportune time. It's like I can still get the youth visa potentially. Obviously, there's so many different things at play. It's like COVID in UK is obviously a very different situation to Taiwan, where they are so strict. And I hope soon they will open up. There's obviously lots to consider. There's like got a stable job here, get attacked by a wasp on the way.
That won't happen in Taiwan. It'll be mosquitoes.
Oh damn! Look forward to that. It's hard to say to live. Like I guess if I want to really be adventurous and just like go for it, obviously knowing like chatted to you had like such a good time, and it's almost like nothing to lose. Just try it. We'll see. Definitely thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean that's good. I mean at least you're considering like going and checking it out, and I think that if you do go there, you probably will want to stay for longer. Once you get there, you really do realize how cool it really is, and you just start to explore, and you'll find out that you'll want to stay for a lot longer because you need time when you're there to explore everything.
I'm sure they do have like pristine temples, but like you said, Japan obviously has that reputation. Maybe they're not as rich or as big as a country, but it's like still looks like so beautiful, you know.
It's the underdog.
Yeah,
man. So what do you think about the whole thing with China and Taiwan? Like the whole situation right now, you know, you've got, what's her name, Nancy Pelosi going over there. China are making threats almost every single day. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's like a crazy and pretty heartbreaking situation. Even like just recently in Taiwan, they held their annual like evacuation drills, and it's like it's crazy to see that they have to do that like every year, and it's, you know, it's not just practice. It could be a very real situation in the future, and it's, you know, what's happening in Ukraine. It's pretty worrying to see what's. For sure, I'd like, you want America to stand up, and like especially when they're threatening someone to go visit Taiwan, like you do want to see them take a stronger stance, but not just America. There needs to be other countries as well, like Japan, all democratic countries, really.
I agree. I completely agree. I think that the more they let China get away with, the more they're just going to take the piss, really, and you know, it could escalate and it could turn into a proper conflict. I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't think China are capable of invading Taiwan, to be perfectly honest with you. I just don't. I don't see it happening anytime soon. You know, they'll make threats. They've been doing it for the last 70 years now. You know, and to no avail. So
I hope not. It's just even weird to think. There's like kids, like mothers, grandmothers, like families. Like people just living their lives normally, like they're not doing anything. They're just innocent people. It's all crazy. Like all politics, they like in their revisionist history, like crazy propaganda.
Yeah, and it's just for like something that happened before they were born. You know, like even before their parents were born. You know, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Anyway, mate, so do you have any questions about Taiwan that you can think of off the top of your head that you might want to ask me while we're here?
Yeah, I guess obviously the one thing we need to consider when moving is to learn the language, which I've only ever started doing at like a very basic level, but like obviously if I was to be like, even if I was staying there short term, I'd still want to put the effort in and not just be a kind of lazy foreigner. Like I know for sure there'll be people who speak English in Taipei, probably like speaking English really great, but I do want to put the effort in, not just go by. So I guess like good to know your experience, like learning, how long it took you, how, when you learned.
Jesus, man. It took a long time. You know, like, I'm not even going to pretend that my Chinese is any good, really. You know, it's a work in progress, but it's been progressing for the last, 12 years now or whatever. But I think if you're really enthusiastic, you know, you could get the basics within like about a year, I would say. You know, like you'd get to sort of a level where you kind of can go in, order some food and, you know, maybe have a little conversation with somebody. It's quite easy to find like a teacher to teach you Chinese in Taiwan. Usually a lot of people do it like privately. They'll find someone who's doing a little job on the side kind of thing as like a little language tutor. It's not incredibly expensive either. So, you know, you can get like if you did like a couple of hours every 3 days or something.
Oh, really? Not even that much?
Yeah.
I was gonna say every day.
Yeah, I mean,
like
you could do it every day. That would be ultra enthusiastic. Some of us don't have the time for it.
Yeah,
it depends
sure.
how much time you've got to put in, like anything. Practice makes perfect.
For sure. Yeah, it's good to know on the cost, because obviously if you had private lessons over here, it'd be like, oh, it'd be a bomb.
It would kill you here.
Yeah,
You wouldn't be able to afford it. But in Taiwan, it's relatively cheap.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You'll get an enthusiastic teacher as well who'll be willing, who really want to, you know, see you progress and stuff. So I think they have classes as well. I never saw one in action, but I think there are classes for foreigners there. You can go to little schools and stuff as well. So
Yeah, it'd be also like probably be a good way to meet people as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember I did Chinese classes in when I was in China, and I met a bunch of Japanese friends there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, I guess the other thing I'd ask is like, in terms of jobs, like especially as of right now, like not being able to speak the language.
Yeah.
And obviously that's gonna be a core fundamental part, which obviously I know.
Yeah.
The core or most common job is being an ESL.
English teacher. Yeah.
And yeah, I know you said maybe because you did it for such a long time, you got burned out. Obviously, it'd be a new experience for me if I did go down that route, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to be an English teacher for, you know, like Taiwanese kids, you got to be patient, you know? Like, you got to understand that these kids, they get put through a lot, you know? They go to, like, training classes for almost everything. You know, they before they come to your class, they've probably been to 2 classes already. Like, one is a piano lesson. The other one is, I don't know, maybe some dance class or something like that. So when they come to your class, they're extremely worn out. The last thing they want to do is be learning English.
Sure,
and
sure.
So you've got to be patient, and you've just got to, you know, you've got to try and put in a lot of effort. And for me, I just didn't really see myself doing that job anymore. The patience was running low. And I just thought, if I can't put in 100%, that's not good for the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you did the right thing. But at least you're honest to yourself.
Yeah.
And the kids too.
Yeah, I mean, but I think, you know, if you're really, again, if you're really enthusiastic about it, it could be a fun job. It can be a rewarding job when you see the kids, their level of English progress and get higher, and you know it's because of you. It's really...
Yeah, that's awesome. They probably won't
sense of
forget you either.
achievement.
Like, form a good bond.
Like, I had some really good times teaching English, but unfortunately, I'm just an old miserable git now, you know. So, but I mean, you know, could you see yourself being a teacher?
Not right now, because I've not done it before. I feel like I'd have to put a lot of, like, I want to actually do some training for myself on the English side. Obviously, I'm native British, like, can speak English, but teaching is a different story. So it's like, I want to just assume that, okay, I can speak English now. I'm an English teacher, especially teaching kids from scratch. So, yeah, I guess, like, right now I would say it's my #1 passion, because, like, I do have a stable job elsewhere. But it's not to say it could change. And obviously that is the most viable option if I was to go that route. So I guess the other thing I wanted to ask was, maybe you didn't do it in your experience there, but like maintaining a job in the UK and working remotely in Taiwan, like I guess I need to do a research on that front, but not just Taiwan, but obviously more and more people, because COVID, like, that are working remotely and internationally working remotely too. So I don't know what the process is there, if you know.
Yeah, I think the only problem you would have is maintaining a long-term visa. You know, like, I'm not really sure what visa you would get, because I think your job isn't anything to do with Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're not going there to work for a company in Taiwan. You just want to keep up your regular job that you're doing now,
Exactly,
but do it remotely living in Taiwan. And
Yeah.
I'm not really sure of the process you'd have to go through to do that. Maybe someone in the comments knows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine you'd have to go through some hoops. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's tricky. Like, it's probably not plausible or like practical, but I'm sure it's like obviously people are working internationally and remote, so.
Yeah, no, they must be doing it. Like, there must be a way to do it. I know, like, I'm pretty sure that you can get a 3-month like visa to go and stay in Taiwan. Like, yeah.
And you can extend too, right?
Yeah,
another 3 months.
You could extend it. So yeah, I guess that would be one of the ways to do it. I guess. I don't know. I wish I knew.
No, I'll do some research for sure.
Yeah. But maybe there's someone in the comments who will know that can help us out. So yeah, write your comment. Cool, mate. Well, I guess that's it. Yeah. Thanks for meeting up with me today.
No, thanks too. It was awesome. Fun day.
Yeah.
It was good.
And we got some bubble tea.
Got the bobber.
People are getting me hooked on this stuff, I tell you.
Yeah, interesting. Like I said,
mate.
Cheers.
It's weird how I didn't really drink this in Taiwan. I feel like I've missed out now. That was one of my biggest blunders.
Well, they're everywhere now in the UK, like especially in London. So
yeah, that's
popping
true.
up more and more. Yeah, it's awesome. Like
That's
Taiwan's
true.
greatest export. So yeah.
Absolutely, I agree.
Getting Taiwan's name out there. That's great.
And we need more of that, right? Yeah. So is there anything else you want to say to the people in Taiwan?
Oh, I guess I never thought about that. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to visit Taiwan one day, and look forward to meeting everyone there. It should be great. And yeah, I hope you have a good time if you come to the UK as well, if you've never been. COVID's a bit wild over here at the moment. Always a thing of the past, so might be different to what you're expecting.
No masks.
But yeah, no masks. So that'll be another thing to readjust to if I was to go to Taiwan. But
Takes a bit of getting used to, for sure. All right, mate. Well, thank you, Scott. Cheers.
cheers, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to do all of that stuff like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Patreon. Here's one of the Patreon members
Why not be a
in the
patron?
flesh. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
See you guys.
When your world stops spinning and you got no place to turn, yeah. And when you grasp for a glimpse and the things that you never learned, yeah. Then you take a little while to remind you of the one you were, and everything will be recalled, yeah. Dream a little harder, love a little louder. Everything will be recalled, yeah. Take me back to the time of 85, yeah. Take me back to the time when you were mine, yeah. Dream a little harder, love a little louder. 85, take me back to the time of 85. When you dream about places where there's no sense of time or space,